Hey guys, Jay here. So a couple of days ago, I completed my Unimog. Um, so the build itself was very easy. I was very surprised about how easy it was. This is my first kit that I ever built. I've taken pretty much all of my RCs apart, so I had some basic knowledge of, you know, how everything works and goes and stuff like that. I've never built, axles and stuff like that. So, definitely learned a lot with this kit. But I would say it was very easy. If you're watching this and you want to get your son or your daughter into the hobby, this would be a great kit to build, because it's so, simplistic and in the way it gets constructed. I'd have to say it kind of reminded me of those old, well, they probably still have them today, those snap together model kits that you see that teaches youngsters, how to take, parts off the tree part and follow direction stuff, and, you snap them together and there's no glue involved. It was just that easy. However, the difficulty for me came with painting the body, and which is very surprising for me. Not that I'm a master painter or anything, it's just I painted some decent bodies, but this by far is probably the worst paint job I ever had done. I didn't rush through it or anything like that. Just, I don't know. The masks that it comes with, they were paper thin. The adhesion that they had wasn't very good for me. I was okay with that they were paper thin, because what I wanted to do was be able to see these lines, and there's actually a border there, around there and there. I actually wanted to cut out so that I could paint, the outer borders and stuff like that. I actually had to use some painter's tape to help hold it down. I had to use, the mask they don't make the mask to completely cover the whole border. Why, I don't know. In the back, it becomes worse. There's actually a border right here, yet the mask that they give you just covers the inside of the window and not the whole entire border of the window. So, I mean, I should have probably used my own tape and just, I don't know, I probably could have used my own tape with the borders, with the mask that they provided, and didn't, for whatever reason, I don't know. So, it's just a bad job. These side panels, I completely muffed up. For some reason, if you've ever seen this kit, comes with this one and the other one is on a separate piece of Lexan. For some reason, I thought, hey, I'll paint them whilst they're on the Lexan, both together, and that'll make things easy. Well, it did make things easy for the paint job, but then when it comes to cutting them out, you've got all this jaggedness. And so they should have been pre-cut out and then sprayed, or pre-cut out and then sanded with the Dremel like you do to the body, or at least what I do to the body, so that, you have a nice straight edge, and then paint them. And I didn't do that. So I definitely messed that up. And I didn't really pay attention to how these exactly get cut out, because one is different than the other on the way they get cut out. So that, I made them kind of the same, but that's not how they're supposed to be. I actually got a little crazy with the glue too. This is the second time I've had to glue tires together, so I'm still learning. I've only been in the hobby for, this week would probably mark my second anniversary as far as, being in the hobby. So, never put a kit together. I obviously don't have a whole lot of experience in gluing tires. I mean, you can be sure that they're going to stay on. But all in all, it wasn't a bad kit. Other than the body, that was the only trouble I really had. Actually, there was, if you can see, I don't know if I'm going to point to it, but this link here, one of those ball connectors had snapped on me. So I actually had to buy one that cost me $10. Had I bought it off I had to wait for the Tamiya store to open because they were doing inventory, so I didn't want to wait. They were offering the pot up for $5 anyways. Plus there was going to be a shipping charge, so I was still going to be in the neighborhood of $10 for 2 pieces. So instead, I got a Part A bag for $10. So I've got extra pieces if needed. So that was kind of a bummer, but the body was the main problem with this build, and I was definitely shocked. I mean, even down to the final screw. I mean, this actually got stripped out. The head did. Whereas all the others with the same screwdriver and everything went in nice and easy. But I don't know, it is what it is. It still doesn't look too bad. But it's definitely the worst paint job I ever had, or done, rather. I've yet to run it. Well, actually, physically run it. I ran it when I put the electricians in. Hey, Marigold, what you doing? Huh? So, he's gonna snoop around now. So anyways, it's a great kit for a young kid, if you want to get him started in the hobby. I think it's a nice car, or truck rather. I actually tried looking to buy another one of these bodies, and so if you know anything about this, you know that that's just a crazy, crazy idea, unless you've got, $50 lying around. So I decided that I like this body. Once I found out it's like $35 for the body, and then they want $20 shipping, I was like, no, I think I like this body now. I still gotta add some decals. There's a lot of positives in this build. Kind of was a confidence booster to be able to take something from the ground up and build it and have it actually work. So it was definitely a confidence booster. Learned a lot whilst I was doing it. Had some fun. It's just the body that pushed me over the edge. One thing, I don't know I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. But you got kind of like this, there's a line there, and it's dug into the body, and it actually goes all the way around to the other side of the window and comes down on an angle. I don't know if that's part of the design of the body or if it's a defect, but anyways, whether it's a defect or a part of the design or what else you do with it, I don't know why you would cut that. I don't know. But again, $50 a body. I think I like this one. I'll keep this one. It's probably not going to get a whole lot banged up because this to me is just a trailing truck going down paths and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be taking on heavy terrain and stuff. Oh, I forgot to mention that it has a matching remote. That was the remote I was using for my Wraith. Just a cheap Fly Sky. You don't need anything expensive for a crawler vehicle. These do have a great amount of distance. I've never I've never tested how far it can go, but with the crawler vehicle, I mean, for me, I'm only a few feet behind it anyways. So, but it's a great setup for this application. And so the reason how that came to be was I have a black and orange theme Wraith that I'm working on, but a couple of weeks ago I had it out and I had it in the water, and I think the motor said bye-bye. And so I decided to, I was going to put a Spectrum in this, and then I thought, well, it's a cheap kit, so cheap kit, cheap radio. So I'll be putting the Spectrum in the Wraith where I think it belongs. And, you know, and it matches with the paint body or with the theme or something. But anyways, that's my Unimog, and should have a running video up today. See how the light's going. One quick other thing is they leave you an extra slot in the back. The light kit went in nice too. That was my first light kit. Well, second light kit technically that I put in, but this was, you know, more technical than the first one. But they actually leave you another slot to put another light in. So you got your brake light, and then I guess you could put turn signals in if you wanted to, or something like that, or reverse lights or something like that. But yeah, that's it, I guess. So all in all, it went fine, and sorry for a long video, but thanks for watching. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.